Have you ever wondered why your cover letter isn't getting you interviews? Let me tell you a quick story. Years ago, I wrote a cover letter so bad, it got me rejected from almost every company I applied to. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 critical mistakes I made so you don't have to repeat them. Stick around because these tips could be the difference between landing that interview and getting ghosted. Mistake 1: not addressing a real person. Let's start with the most obvious blunder, opening with "Dear Apple Recruiter." Instantly, it screams, "I didn't do my homework." You might be thinking, but I never know who to address it to. Here's what top career coaches recommend. Aim to address your letter to the direct manager for the role. If that's not possible, find the most senior person on the team. Here's how I do it. I search LinkedIn for manager at Apple, filter by location, and boom, I have a list of names. Pro tip, click into those profiles. Do you have mutual connections, shared interests? Use that info to personalize a cold message or even ask for an introduction. Even if you don't go that far, just addressing your letter to a real person, like the managing partner, shows you've done your research. Trust me, that's way better than "Dear Recruiter." Mistake 2, grammar mistakes and typos. Here's a stat that should scare you. 80% of hiring managers say spelling errors are deal breakers. It's actually the #1 reason cover letters get rejected. Maybe you think a couple typos don't matter if you have the right skills, but even Ali Abdal, a YouTuber who's reviewed thousands of resumes, says basic errors are a red flag. They show you're not detail-oriented. So what's the fix? Use tools like ChatGPT to catch mistakes, but don't stop there. Ask 5 friends to review your letter. And to make sure they're paying attention, sneak in an obvious error at the end. If they miss it, maybe they're not your best proofreaders. 3. Weak or generic hooks. Here's a quick test. If you can swap the company name in your opening paragraph with a competitor and it still makes sense, your hook is too generic. You need an opening that grabs attention and makes the reader want to keep going. I used to start with, "I'm writing to introduce myself." Boring. That's as bad as starting a YouTube video begging for likes and follows before giving any value. Instead, try something like, "Everyone says entry-level jobs at the Big Four are the same. But after 5 career fairs and 20 conversations, I know EY stands out." Now you've got the reader curious, why is EY different? That's how you hook them. Find a pain point for the company or role. Ask ChatGPT, based on this job description, what's the biggest challenge someone in this position faces? Use that insight to craft a hook that shows you understand their world. Mistake 4, no tangible results. In my old cover letters, I'd write things like, "I have experience in operational strategy." Yawn. That's just a description, not a result. Employers want to see impact. Numbers, percentages, proof. Not sure how to quantify your work? Paste your job description into ChatGPT and ask, how can I add measurable metrics to these tasks? For example, instead of, "I built client relationships," try, "Our project received a 96% client satisfaction score compared to the company average of 85%. Even if your numbers aren't perfect, showing you made the effort to measure your impact is what matters most. Mistake 5, bad cover letter hygiene. This last one's easy to overlook. Never include your full street address. No one's mailing you anything, and it can open you up to bias. Avoid industry jargon and acronyms. I've seen cover letters packed with terms like PMM on SASC CRM solutions. It's confusing and off-putting. And keep your letter short, no more than 1 page. If you can't prioritize your best achievements, how will you prioritize on the job? Want to level up your job search with AI? Head over to CareerSync.ai and drop your email. You'll be first in line when our tools go live, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more career tips. See you in the next video, and good luck with your application.